Hey, testing. Okay, so I'm doing another like kind of live play-by-play one. I might not talk too much in this one, but I've got the window open so I can hear neighbor outside. And I've got kind of a neat one to do here, like a couple of cues to test with the VQGAN clip generate functions. I was checking out the steps folder that I've got in here, so this is like some of the action I've got going on in the steps folder, which are remnants. This is narrow FM zoom, which I've shown a couple times. I like it. You know, artifacts like this I'm interested in because I think they're like magnetic lenses um, that act, you know, metamaterials or bending media that expose these kind of causal rays. You know, the rays, but rays which define causal limits through space and time, right? Action, action potential. And I think if you can analyze the fringes here, you should be able to predict the future, which to me sounds like a no doubt. And I would say I would use it with recurrence methods and analyzing time series and data. That's how I would begin to predict the future, by saying, here's how it's been already. I had an argument like that. It wasn't really an argument. This turned into like a podcast or blog. I'll find the. Shut up. No, that's OBS. Okay, here we go. Documents. Not documents. New window. Home. Here we go. No, it's desktop. Why do I still have my project folder on my desktop and I'm mad about that. Now FM Zoom. Did I have? Yeah, it's a Zoom. Here FM. Yeah, Zoom there FM. Sweep. Okay. So these are ones that I was recording from the Tesseract. I was generating these images from noise recording on the Tesseract. Zoom. Okay, that was like electric modes, which I think is a relativistic representation as well. It'd be nice to talk with people about this, you know, screen shares and personal phone calls. I'd like to grow the channel into something like that. There's a Zoom. I didn't even have a copy of it? Okay, no, there must have been like AI or... I kept that one. And I also need a better like image viewing thing. Ah, darn. Friendly formulation. Oh, Canadian. I would never expose my disk image to public. I did like this one. It was like subtly alive. Oh yeah, that's where I was going today. No subtle adversary. Which is the definition of real friendship. The nature of real friendship. True friendship. What's the difference between real and true? Like, reality often has a complex component or an imaginary component. There's an imaginary component which travels with reality. And true means a real that has been restricted to real, like the non-complicated timeline, which zero is part of, right? Nothing's very complicated. Ha 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 ha. Frequency space dividers. Electric fields on a circular waveguide. I really like, one of these days you clean it up with the procedure. Fast the dinner with Jesus. I love that one. This one's maybe my favorite. It was a very early work. I should get a camera to record those reactions. But you know, just keep doing what you're doing and you get views. Having fun. Yeah, this one's narrow FM sweep. Static image, but it's still got these tiny fluctuations that most people are saying are noise, but what about characteristics of anomalous wave dispersions? It's just at a scale or zoom that hasn't been regarded as carrying most of the power. But small details matter in complicated situations. In fact, might matter more than low frequency elements, because often in something like an alternating current analysis, we remove the DC bias entirely to study the noise level at its as its own thing. In fact, we do that so often we have the distinction between them as power and communication. Where communication is these small waves on top of a bias, potentially. No. There's noise signals on power, but you don't communicate over power channels. Nobody communicates over power channels. They just use power channels. This one's not anything. Oh, jeez. That's the opposite of spaghetti dinner with Jesus. Is that guy all loaded up? Okay. Are you gonna go bad if I don't use you? I like these. These are ripples on, well, okay, it's energies, so why would it be ripples on a lake or a pond? Because I've recorded electromagnetically and imposed or changed it into wave. Oh yeah, this needs to go with my current metamaterial setup. I'm sure if you've seen what I do on other social media, here I'm speaking to the viewer. Clip guided diffusion. Here we are. Hello tomorrow. That's a great name for that little thing I did. Yeah. Hello tomorrow. Hello one. Hello tomorrow two. Alright. Hello tomorrow? Yeah, those are great. Hello tomorrow too. Definitely alternating modes with that. Where this one, we'll see it's a 20-second clip. This is steady state. This is no perceivable flux in energies or qualitative value. But here it begins to propagate through, well, an orthogonal axis to this one. This one also has a turning effect to it. I would say it maybe started at the end of the screen. It's so small, how am I supposed to see this? Really, I could use some advice if anybody has an ability to help me with demonstrations. Yeah, look at that. Whoa. Love it. I don't see it anymore. I don't see the flux. It's gone. Okay, VQ gland clip. VQ glands. Okay, clear this guy off. First, we're gonna do a buddy guy here that we're gonna call okay. First thing that I do is generate. Echo 1957. So we're gonna go is and is. What's the, so this is quantum notation, right? I'm gonna use sample 10 from Radio Agent. Good noise. Save every. And I'd actually like to record this in Radio Agent. Sometimes I record data in Radio Agent. set up an experiment folder. Desktop. Home Colton desktop projects. Oh, and it's neat and tidy and ordered, and okay, that's great that I can absorb those. Like, this is about work cycles and duty and work cycles, and presenting appropriately. A thought occurred to me, and that's what it was about. Radio agent. Oh, I don't want to make okay, let's change. Now I'm gonna make the directory called experiments. I've got experiments. LS, Control E. What's in there? No. Experiments. Cactus. Oh! This is experimental data. Okay, so we're gonna MV experiments to home Colton desktop projects, radio agents, experimental data. It's not data. Experimental record. Record of experiment. No, it's experimental record. Great. And now we can make that directory. What? What the fuck? Not marketed for children. File exists. Got it. I thought it moved it. Is it directory? Oh, okay. Okay, so now I can go back up to yank it. And I just messed it all up again. Let's see if it still has that echo 1957. If I had held it on all that ways, that file, I should point it at the microphone. I should point my voice at the microphone on a regular basis. I've moved it closer to my face here, so maybe better audio quality. Yeah. We'll start with the fact that I'm recording my little quantum experiment that I have going on here into radio agent experiments. And this is our inner product one. And what do I hypothesize will exist here is, well, yeah, okay, is the inner product of is and is in Brockett notation should be one or completeness. And what's completeness in pictorial form? I think we'll know it when we see it. Yep. Good to go. We're gonna wait for 900 iterations of that while I get busy reading about VQGAN clip here. No, this isn't VQGAN. This is VQGAN image.py from the PyTTI library to pi theta. That's an image. I still owe a jukebox. GitHub. This is one which, okay, what's going on with this? File, new tab, htop. We're running at max capacity. What's using the most? Is it Python generate. 10.7 virtual, or yeah, 23.4 virtual gigs in across 4 processes. Python generate. My memory's not full, but my CPU is under limited, man. I really cheaped out on my CPU because at the time I couldn't have ever thought of something I'd want to process at a higher rate, or, you know, this is multitasking and things I'd want to do. Yeah. No, it's not okay. I don't know if you heard the guy outside, my neighbor. I think he picked up on a thought of mine, or like part of my heard it through the grapevine. Last time I applied to an IT position was with a company in Lethbridge, called, I forget. I don't remember, but they were across from that sign in the field with SecureCom, which is by the, it's not a pot shop because they just sell like hydroponics and car audio. Which, there was one episode of a show I watched on Netflix about marijuana. Strange. Where the herbalist or the botanist lost his mind and drove across state borders with plants in his car because they were speaking to him. And you know, like, car audio does that. Maybe we should put all those things that talk to us into a little box so we can pretend it's not actually talking to us about anything that's important. Which I'm saying facetiously because obviously it's a message from like life. You're living inside of a world. So I am living inside of a world. I live by my senses. My senses reveal the world around me. So all things which are brought to my sense have meaningful purpose. Because my life has meaningful purpose as I dictate and as I direct. So the more that I'm forward in my thinking, like Pence Dirge, the more like to that hypothetical route I'm able to maintain. I constantly draw patterns in space to describe tasks to myself later. Things that I'm meant to do. Alright, and this is like one of them. Alright, F10. Exit out of this guy. F10, quit. Alright, go Control D, Control C. F1. What do I get when I hit F1? F10 Q. Q? Nice. Control W. Doesn't close it like it does on Chrome. Halfway's there. Not living on a prayer. So, oh yeah, hey, let's go and check out Chrome. Code for the paper jukebox agenda. Oh, fuck. It's so good. It's so good, man. This is what I need in my life. It's so wrecked. It's like my nipples are hard. I hope nobody that I thought was important is watching this. Documents. What am I doing here? It's not jukebox. I want to check out what's going on in VQGAN clip. What's being processed and created. These are the steps on the way to... It's written a letter. It's written a word. Well, not quite. Iaz. Liaz? What's the question? Okay, so every other... Well, second half or interspersed randomly throughout. Because now... Hold up, where's drawing? Okay, so we've got like is and is, and I want to find a way of now representing is and like is not, right? So here we have, which should be equal to is is, and that's a dagger. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. As far as I remember, it's been 10 years. Guys, give me a break. Somebody tell me my quantum's wrong. And what's this like? You got a little fucking wheel. So here's our real timeline. And I didn't say something that would be like a negating reality. I don't think there's... I've got to draw a Smith chart. Frick. I tried that once. I've got a copy of a Smith chart that I should work on resolving. Because I'm doing a power matching. I need to bring myself back to reality after I've stumbled into the path of what negates is. Like, what's the opposite of reality? Because is it rotations through space? Is it like this cone thing? Where we do like this and then comes out the other end? Give me a break. Right? Because what I want to do is have something between reality and then you don't need orthogonal. Well, it's not a two-dimensional problem. How can it be like what, a slice of reality? Like here's the real sphere and I define this in 4 dimensions and the time is as I'm describing it. And we've got this radius through here and it's only by like this that I get a clear picture of anything. And in this case it's EIs. Right? When I asked it to do like this. So Hey. Wow. Exponentially decaying. Yeah. That's great. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Huh? Hey, hey, hey. Ah, I got it wrong. Spoiled brat. You aren't a bird. He's a bird. Well, I can still talk to birds. They talk. I can talk back. There's nothing wrong with talking to birds. Yeah, I'm talking to the neighbors. I'm surrounded by people. I'm having a lot of fun. You can follow my YouTube channel. It's Colton Boxel. I'm a different guy. So what am I doing here? I guess I was taking it from this stage. Yeah, it's this stage. I was doing this one, which is equivalent to a rotation in 180 degrees of like yeah. Hold up. What space is this? This is this strange qubit space. This is spin like plus omega. Wait. That's how I start to write the time domain. Yeah. Because this sphere exists as... Well, no, these ones do. These exist in reality, which I've composed down to like a singular dimension that I can invert about. And the singular dimension being this picture. And then you've done a rotation so that I can account for time series. But I think I can suffice with just this and the right selection criteria or the right series solution selection of these pictures. And which ones do I want to be... I'm going to take a Fourier transform of them. Yeah? Right. And then is it going to be interlaced again? Those act as a video style directory with the hopes of getting one that's like this? Like these little nuggets? But just at an off chance I get something that's like, wow, a hit or a success. But that one's not. It would just go well for the psychedelic crew. The psychonauts with I mean like brain patterns and cognition scales are often depicted with this as well. I don't have enough pictures of like other people's work to show. This one's zooming, that one's flying by. This one's like slowly transforming. Verbal thought alchemy, improving my mindset. Yeah, okay. File. Save as. Other people get really annoyed by that. No. No, they wouldn't. Yeah. Which is like, now I'm annoyed. Project. Radio agent. Experiments. Okay, and this is, record. Meta. Meta. Because it's a description of the task, as well as the video, which will be on my YouTube. Documents. Save. Here's the file. Meta. It's continually being written. If I change the name now, it'll crash the process. FE bio. We're on desktop projects. And specifically the one called Radio Agent, which is like an accumulation of my ideas. And we're pretty sure we understand this to be is. It's also written a few other numbers. This is how the VQGAN clip textual image prompt generation. What if I threw in a psi or a phi? Because this is a Greek symbol, meaning some measure of reality, which we use the word is for. Because the wave function is a probabilistic interpretation. I need to point this at that, and it's really annoying. Okay. And how am I going to do something that is that but is not? And the answer was I was going to go into the steps folder of not radio agent, but AI art of this guy. I'm just going to go into the steps folder, and I'm going to copy all these. But I'll have to prune a couple. They're like, whoa, zany, man. Experiments. Paste. It's expensive rambling. Darn. 90. And I'm gonna Fourier transform the second half. How do I interpret Brockett notation? Yeah, it would be phi plus phi minus. It's first half, second half, because I'm doing is and is not. So I go up here to 45. I go 46 to 90. Need to get Fourier transformed. And inverted. And then that becomes a video style directory of itself. And we test. We're trying to get to the nature of true friendship, which is no subtle adversary. And I think to an effect I'm fighting with him when I lose track of my focus with this like microphone. I don't know if we'll get to the end of it today. I didn't finish the fight. Oh yeah, I talked about that last time. That's on YouTube. I forgot about that. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna stop the recording for a second and take a piss. Alright, I'll be back.